Hey folks, TechTucker here, and in today's video we have the long-awaited Xbox 360 Hidden Gems Round 2. Apologies for the delay with this video, but without further ado, let's get started. So, pretty much it's just a list of suggestions for games that you may not have heard of previously or anything like that. I have a selection of 5 games here today that I want to talk about, and I hope you guys, maybe take a look at them, maybe, explore other avenues to play them if you don't necessarily have a 360 to play them on, because again, some of these games are still available even to this day on other storefronts and that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. The first game we are going to talk about today is Arcana Hearts 3. So this is a fighting game on the Xbox 360, also available on like PlayStation 3 and Steam. So you can still buy this today on Steam if you want to play it that way. However, it is a 2D fighting game made by Arc Systems. So yeah, Arc Systems works. So think of it as an alternative to something like Guilty Gear, for example. But yeah, pretty much what the catch with this game is, you're playing as an all-female cast. It's very nice artwork on it as well. You'll see on the case here that there's a wide range of characters available. I think there's around 20 or so, something like that. Back of the box says 23 girls, 23 powers combined for over 500 different character types. So again, this is a very unique game, not one that I've heard talked about a lot, and it is very highly reviewed as well. So this is definitely a game you should check out if you're looking for an alternate fighter, from something that isn't Street Fighter or Tekken, because at the end of the day, everyone's played those, but this is something new, something different that you may not have tried yet, so definitely give it a shot if you have the opportunity to do so. Now we move on to game number 2 over here, and what else have I got other than Import Tuner Challenge? So Import Tuner Challenge, developed by Genki, published by Ubisoft. You may be wondering, what's the catch with this game? And what I would say to that is the fact that you get to tune up the car. It's kind of in the name, Import Tuner Challenge. You customize the cars and you go on races and such, You've got a range of different car brands as well, Mitsubishi, Toyota and that, so you can use real world cars, which again is always a perk in these types of games, just makes it more interesting. But yeah, this is also an exclusive, so you'll see the only on Xbox 360 sticker right on the case there. But yeah, this is something that you should definitely try out for sure, as again there's so many different options for you to make do with within the game. The back of the case here also mentions there is, how many parts? I just read it, over 5 million custom import car combinations. So yeah, you've got a lot of different things to work with here. And that's what makes this game interesting. Is it the best racer in the world by any means? I wouldn't say so. There is better available. But if you are playing the 360 and you want a different type of racer that isn't just, again, Need for Speed, Forza, or anything of the sort, Import Tuner Challenge is something you definitely cannot go wrong with. It's a game definitely worth giving at least a try. I think it's fun, and the main thing about it is what makes it unique is the fact that you can customize them to such a high level. Game number 3 on my list today will be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. So this is a game developed by Platinum, and Platinum are notoriously well known for their action games. So in terms of this game right here, is it the best Platinum game? Again, it's not, but it is unique for the fact that in Ninja Turtles, it's although a bit clunkier than some of their other action games like Bayonetta and such, or Astral Chain even, it's not as polished or refined as those. However, there is still a pretty solid game in here. You could do much worse in terms of action games with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. Again, it's of a similar vein of, say, Transformers Devastation, where if you've got, some young kids or something, you're maybe looking to get into action games, or you're just looking for something a bit different for yourself. Again, you can't go wrong with this game. It did used to have 4-player co-op, so you could play as each of the turtles. Unfortunately, I don't think the servers are online anymore, and you're going to be a bit strapped to find people wanting to play a 360 game in 2023 online, but I could be wrong there. I'll maybe fact check myself there, but I don't think they're online anymore. But yeah, from what I've played, again, I think all the turtles are always on the screen and that, and it is pretty cool to run around and just have a pretty solid action game right here. Again, it's not the most deep or anything, but if you like Ninja Turtles, you like the universe and are familiar with the characters, again, can't go wrong with this one. It's not too expensive either. It's pretty cheap in terms of Ninja Turtles games, as the retro ones can fetch a pretty penny. But yeah, if you're looking for something that isn't just one of the retro beat 'em ups, this is like a third person action combat game, so this is something that could potentially be up your alley. Okay, so talked a bit about a cheaper game there with the Turtles game. It is under £10. Well, on the opposite end of the spectrum, you've got something around the £40 mark, and this is Godon Patchy Resurrection. So this is a cave shooter, so in the similar vein of Akai Katana or Death Smiles, and even Under Defeat HD. This one I think flies under people's radar a bit more for the sole reason that it's pricey. So the other games are around the £20 and under mark, so you can get them relatively affordably. However, if you are looking for another shoot 'em up that is released in physical format, Godon Patchy is possibly the game for you. Again, with this one, it's one of those where you battle your way through. It's like Mecha Metropolis or something along those lines. And again, with this, there is the novice mode as well, so it's something that there is something there for you. If you've not really played shoot 'em ups, you can tone down the difficulty, and it gives you something to work with there. But this is bullet hell, so this is not for the faint of heart ultimately, but this could be a very good stepping stone for you if that's the kind of genre you want to try. As I say, this game is pretty cool, with the 360 version as well. I believe it does come with 2 discs, so let me have a look. I'm going to actually fact check myself. Yeah, so you also get an arrange album. I don't know if that's a soundtrack or maybe art stuff on the on the CD as well. But yeah, you also get a remixed gameplay mode in addition to that. So again, this game has plenty to offer. And although it is on the more pricier side of 360 titles, I mean, there's not many that are over a tenner, let's be real here. But it's, again, is a very solid shoot 'em up. If you have, you know, Akai Katana, Death Smiles, and you've played those already, or even Under Defeat, pick this one up, give it a whirl, and you won't regret it. And finally, we come to the last game of this episode, and it is the King of Fighters 13. So the King of Fighters 13, I would personally say this is the best one in this series. I've not played a ton of King of Fighters 13. I mean, I played this one obviously. I mean, I've not played a ton of King of Fighters as a whole. I've been looking into like 15 and that, but ultimately I bit the bullet with 13 and I do not regret it. Basically, this game is still all sprites and that, and it looks absolutely fantastic. It is some of the finest sprite work. From what I understand, I think they were all rotoscoped or something, drawn over with sprites. But with this game, again, this I would say is a little bit more well known than Arcana Hearts. However, if you're into fighting games and you have not played, you know, King of Fighters series, 13 is the game to do it with. It is backwards compatible on the Series X and Xbox One as well. So I do have this game digital, as it was a game of gold at one point in time. But you've got an arcade mode, you've got a campaign, you've got tutorials as well to familiarise yourself with the gameplay and that. I got the tutorial achievement and it took me far longer than I'd like to admit, because that tutorial is really hard. But in terms of this game as well, you do have online play. I think they're still up as well, but I don't know how active it is on Xbox. And of course you got like Neomax, X Attacks as well, a roster of over 30 characters. When I was playing the arcade mode as well, you do, with the fights you get as well, you get like these boss battles that come in halfway through as well, and you can unlock the characters there as well. It is just a very solid, tight, fluid fighting game. If you have not played something like King of Fighters, definitely pick this up. Again, it's a good alternative to things like Tekken and Street Fighter. They are the fighting games that everyone gravitates towards too naturally, and understandably so. Again, even things like Marvel vs. Capcom, I'd say is kind of in the same field of like King of Fighters, in the sense that they're a bit more obscure. Not everyone in the general public knows about them, but you know, core gamers typically do. But with King of Fighters 13, yeah, this one also has a second disc if you were to pick this one up. I don't think it's a soundtrack, I think it's like a digital art thing, yeah, art CD as well it comes with. So you can see that's first there for some reason. Oh wait, never mind, bonus art CDs there. I unfortunately don't have the poster for this game, which is very disappointing. But you'll have seen this in a CEX Roulette one time when I bought it there. But yeah, definitely give this game a shot. It is probably the single best fighter on the 360, I would say. Hand on heart, it is such a good game. Again, I'll gush on and just keep repeating myself, but yeah, definitely pick this one up if you can. And there we have it, folks. 5 more hidden gems on the Xbox 360. Definitely give these games a shot. As I say, I'm definitely not doing this for the thumbnail, but more 360 hidden gems. This system is stacked with games, especially with things that are, you know, backwards compatible, playable on Series X. I don't think many of these ones are, to be fair. But again, most people have a 360 if you're collecting Xbox 360. I would hope it's not, it's only a portion of the library that is backwards compatible. But yeah, more titles that you guys should 100% check out, and I will probably do another video in the future. Again, let me know if there's any games you think I should try or something I've not talked about yet. Put it in the comments. I'm more than happy to take on some suggestions, because who knows, maybe those games will feature in future episodes. If you have any other platforms you'd like me to do hidden gems or collections of or anything like that, please do let me know. And of course, as always, like, share and subscribe. It really does help the channel, especially liking and subscribing and that. Over the 600 mark now, let's push for 700, we're getting there. Not only that, I'm hoping to maybe even get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be utterly fantastic, and I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I'll finalize the video with, please do like, share and subscribe, and as always, take care, have a good one, and goodbye.